R1 again. After running R6 for Thursday, Tuesday.
Let's see. All right. Yeah, that's true. After running the day that you're working on, you know, R6, you would run R3, R2, and R1. Right? So I would run, wait, we haven't run it. So I'll do it again. So run R3. I know we did run the R6.
Can you let me know if this was cached?
Alright, done. This time I also run R2.
Okay.
And R1 takes a little while, you know that.
How you doing, JJ?
I know the sheet that Jeff made for me takes about a good 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, I remember that, I think. Okay, done. And the last job you will run to generate the email to you. Oh yeah, you will need to have access to cash control.
I think they already got it.
Will be TGIF Wenco daily outstanding deposits.
Okay. TGIF, Winco Daily.
You'll see. I know JJ also get these. Usually goes to my junk email. But this is the report. This is your daily outstanding report that you're gonna be fixing, you know, to send out later. Goes to my, see, in cash control you will get it, right? I usually drag it to daily outstanding, deposit, cash control report. I'll drag that there. So I know this is where I keep all the copies.
Okay.
Right? But I know I have this copy, so I'll work on this one. I'll open that. And this is the report that I send to, like, you know, at the end of the day. But we do like 2 emails, a bunch of emails, you know, for the stores to follow up with these deposits. So we're gonna, this is like the step on like customize, I mean,
We're going to customize.
yeah, we're gonna customize like our report. First, I'll save the file, save as. I will go to finance, cash, Trintech, 2020, dep error period 2, daily outstanding.
Daily outstanding.
And let me see. I will pick the last date that we worked on, the 12th, but I'm just gonna change it to the current date, the 13th. Okay. All right. That's done. done. Let me see. Let me focus here. There you go. Customizing the daily report. I'll delete. I don't need this information. This is rows 1 and 2. I can just delete that, right? Let me see. Extend the important information I have. I should keep only is the store number, the amount, the date, the initials of the DM or DL, the days it's outstanding. So those 5 things. And then the rest I can delete. So like rows B, D, F, and I, right? I can right click and delete that.
B,
You want me to go back?
F, and I.
B, D, F, and I.
Okay. Okay.
All right. And change the format of these numbers, right, to convert to number. So it's like it deletes the 0 at the beginning. I don't need this information. Subtotal, I can just delete that, right? And you're just trying, like, you're just gonna make it look better,
Yeah.
you know, for the bosses, like, you know, to see, so it's better for them.
Yeah.
I usually extend this and I just all like align to the right side, right? And then I'm gonna have to do a lookup. I'll show you. I'll be explaining to you the lookup. So I'll on this sheet, I'll create a sheet and I'll put lookup, and I will copy the lookup stuff, you know, here from the previous report that I had like yesterday. So I can just do open and then open the previous day, the 12th, and I have this, right? So this is the one. So this gives you the information of the ones that are walk up, like meaning the stores, like it gives you like the information of list of the stores that actually goes physically to the bank, you know, to deposit it, and also the ones that do Garda, like where they, like what I mentioned with you before, they have their deposit. Exactly. So that gives you that list. So I can copy that, VLOOKUP, and go to my report, just the 13, and just paste that, right? And then I usually like format, you know, this my column, you know, for F, just like minimize the font but bolden it, right? So that way, and this is the formula, because I'm gonna look up A2, which is that, comma, go to the lookup, and then highlight A and B, and then comma, 2, comma,
0.
There you go. And then I'll just drag the formula. Okay? And then, okay. And then another thing that I'm gonna be doing here is like the notes. I can also like copy the notes, so I don't, because later on, like after sending like emails to the stores, like you will be noting some stores here, and I have notes that I already made. So you can just copy, like, the format of those notes from the previous one. So like these ones, I can just copy that. And then it's everywhere. It's here.
Okay.
You see them. But like, I'll tell you. Oh, the 13th, I'll just paste it here. Right? So after that, I will need to create copy sheets for individually for all the concepts. So for TGI West, East, Wendy's, and Zimburger.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, and leave like an original sheet.
Okay.
So I'll make like 4 extra sheets.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just double click this, move our copy, just create a copy, right? Another one, and another one. I need to make 4, right? 3, 4, right?
Got it.
And then I'll just move the original sheet on the beginning, and this one, I can name this as my Zinburger. I can name this as my TGI Fridays West, my TGIF East, and my Wendy's. Right? So this is my Zin report. So I can just delete the ones, that are not Zinburger. Because you're only working on these stores. And I usually just format this, bolden it, and then I'll just increase the font size to 14th, right? Okay, and then in sending out the report, if it's 2 days outstanding, we don't really send the email to the store.
Okay.
Because we give them like an extra day, for them to deposit it. But if it's a 3 days, then we will need to send it directly to the store. So 3 days, you only send the email to the store. But if it's like 4 days
Okay.
and more,
Okay.
that's when we CC the DM, Mike, and JJ. And then I'll show you like the sample emails. So like, let's see, 532. 532. They have 3 days, and 538 3 days. So I'm gonna be sending that email to the store. Let me see if I have anything for 532. There you go. Let me see. I can just use this. I'll CC you with the email.
Okay.
532, and then you CC cash control. Always CC cash control, because
Yeah.
in the email, they email this stuff at cash control. And then I can just do this. Replace this with the current date.
Okay, let's leave that one.
Right? And then send. Right? Let me see for 38. Do I have anything for 38?
I think that might be what you received on 113.
Do you do the same thing? It's okay.
Unless you don't put in it.
It's pretty much the same format for the rest of the other concepts. You just change the store number. And if it's 4 days, you put ASAP and 3 like stars.
Okay.
Because that means it's urgent. You guys need to send them.
PO Box
I always use high importance. And once I know I sent those, I can note here, get like from one of these, notes. I can note that I requested for the validated slips.
Okay.
right? Requested validated slip. That means so we're waiting,
I do have.
right? And then later on, this is like after doing this, like later on, because I send out the final report to the bosses around 4:30,
Okay.
right? So, but before sending that report, we will need to check on cash control if they actually send
Yeah.
like stuff, and we will note here that we received, you know, stuff. Like later on, I'll show you once they send. And then for West, for TGI Fridays, there's one note that I want you to remember for this. Okay, so this is let me see, I filter it and going to select it because I want to explain to you like what it means. Okay, so like cash link, this is like the 2498. This is the one where it's like a lump sum of like, I mean the like meaning it's bundled like, oh! Sorry. This is pretty much like another Garda,
Okay.
you know, so it's like it takes like a like extra day,
Okay.
you know, for them to for their credit to hit the bank.
Okay.
So if it's 2 days, I don't really need to worry about it. So that's not going to be included in my report. Okay, the only time where you need to email and ask for the Garda slip, you know, from the Garda stores is when you're showing 5 days. If their deposit has been outstanding for 5 days and more. And that automatically you CC the DM.
Okay.
And like, because you know how TGI Fridays, they want us to really like keep track of, you know, the deposits.
Okay. Yeah.
Because and then so these are the other list of the ones who do Garda, right? But since they are just like 2 days, I'm not gonna include them.
Okay.
Right. Each row. And these are the ones who do the walk-ups. So you only have 1729, 2 days. So that means I don't really need to email them.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if they email you, I mean, you can note that.
Yeah.
But you don't really need to email them right now. We do the same thing for the East. And just delete these ones. Focus on the East. Now I know just by looking at their numbers and the description that I don't really need to be worrying about it. Give them extra grace. Period. Oh, and by the way, for East, for there's like an extra step, you know, for West when it comes to the initials of their DO, because in Trintech it's not really updated.
Okay.
So we would have to like, you would have to have a list of
I
the
got
update.
that
You got
list,
that there
yeah.
list.
'Cause I do
And
that
like,
for report.
okay, so for 1729, I know it's Bob Bellman. So the initial meaning their last name initial, or like first letter of their last name. So Bob Bellman, that's correct. For the East, 1062 doesn't belong to Bob Lehman anymore, but it belongs to Jack Wright.
Okay.
So I'll just edit that to W again. Right? 1567, I know is Jack Wright. 1570 is Jack Wright. So there you go. I mean, that's the only thing, you know, for TGI Fridays. Then for Wendy's, there you go. I have one store to email. And that is 3042. Okay. I'll show you. And then just send there 3042 cash Emily. Change the store number. There you go. Send. Note it. There you go. Alright. So we send those emails and then let's just wait for their response, you know, if they're gonna send us their
Okay.
validated sale. Yeah, I usually start checking the slips around 4 because like what I said, by 4:30 I send them out.
Okay.
So like right now I'm gonna start doing like credit cards
Yeah.
and other stuff. Do you have any questions so far?
No, you think maybe tomorrow
Yeah.
you could sit over there while
Yes,
I do
and yes, I'll give you the login. Here's what you what I'm gonna